Ever been on a camping trip and realized halfway through that your tent just wasn't cutting it? Whether it's too cramped, hard to set up, or worse, leaking during a rainstorm, a bad tent can ruin your adventure faster than you can say s'mores. But don't worry, I've done the legwork for you, and today we're diving into the best camping tents for 2025. We've packed this video with all the juicy details you need to make an informed choice. And trust me, you don't want to miss out because I'm covering tents that could change your camping game forever. Before we jump in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful. Let's go on this adventure together, and hey, you might just find your next tent right here. 1. Mountain Hardwear Mineral King. We've got the Mountain Hardwear Mineral King 3. And let me tell you, this tent is the definition of versatile. While it's marketed as a 3-person tent, most people find it perfect for 2 campers and some gear. It's got a whopping 42.5 square feet of space, and honestly, it's roomy enough for a medium-sized dog to join the party. What really makes this tent stand out is its dome shape and pre-bent aluminum poles, which maximize headroom. You'll never feel like you're trapped in a coffin, no hunching or bumping your head in the middle of the night. Plus, the 2-door design means no awkward crawling over your camping buddy at 2 a.m. just to get out. Another awesome feature? The vestibules. These little mud rooms outside each door give you extra space for gear. Think of them as your tent's personal closet, storing all that messy stuff like muddy boots and wet jackets. And speaking of rain, the Mineral King's rainfly can be rolled up halfway or taken off entirely, perfect for stargazing on clear nights. Here's a pro tip. Always practice setting up your tent at home before you hit the campsite. The Mineral King 3 is super easy to set up, but trust me, you don't want to be fumbling with poles in the dark wilderness. 2. Kelty Wireless 6 Tent. Next up, we have the Kelty Wireless 6, a tent that's all about space. If you're camping with the family or just need a bit more elbow room, this tent has 87 square feet of interior space. That's more than enough for 4 adults, or 2 adults and a couple of kids, with room for gear and still plenty of personal space. One thing I love about this tent is that it's designed for easy living. With 2 large doors and a simple dome setup, you'll have it pitched and ready in no time. No one wants to spend 30 minutes wrestling with poles after a long day of hiking, right? This tent goes up in 10 minutes tops, if you're feeling slow. While the Wireless 6 isn't made with the most premium materials, the poles are fiberglass, for example, it still holds up great in most weather conditions. A full rainfly provides solid weather protection, and there's plenty of ventilation to keep things from getting too stuffy inside. Just remember the stakes are a bit flimsy, so you might want to invest in some sturdier ones for those windy days. Here's a fun tidbit for family campers. Kids love this tent because of the extra space it provides for all those random camping essentials, like toys, snacks, and more snacks. So if you're heading out with the family, this is the tent to look at. 3. Marmot Tungsten 4-person tent. Now, if you're willing to splurge just a bit more, you'll want to check out the Marmot Tungsten 4-person tent. This tent offers more space than the Mineral King 3 with an extra 10 square feet of living area. That may not sound like much, but when you're spending several days in the wilderness, that little bit of extra room can feel like a luxury suite. One of the best things about the Tungsten 4 is its exceptional weather protection. Whether it's rain, wind, or sun, this tent can handle it all. The rainfly is made from water-resistant polyester, and the aluminum poles make it incredibly sturdy. In windy conditions, you'll feel safe and sound inside. Just remember to properly secure the fly with the Velcro tabs. Otherwise, you could end up with a tent collapse in gusty weather. For anyone who loves a bit more privacy while camping, the Tungsten 4 delivers. The high polyester walls offer seclusion even without the rainfly, so you can camp without feeling exposed. And, like our other picks, it's got those trusty vestibules for gear storage. Think of it as your very own portable cabin in the woods. And here's a bonus tip. When pitching this tent in rough weather, always use extra guy lines. Trust me, it's worth the extra effort for added stability when Mother Nature decides to get dramatic. 4th, Coleman Sundome 6-person tent. Looking for a tent that won't break the bank? The Coleman Sundome 6 is the perfect budget-friendly option for casual campers and backyard overnighters. It's priced under $150 but doesn't skimp on the essentials. It's got a footprint of 100 square feet, so you've got space for the whole family, or just a couple of friends who love spreading out. The dome design keeps things simple, with an easy setup that even a first-timer can master in minutes. And while the Sundome only has one door and no vestibule, it still has plenty of mesh panels for ventilation, so you won't wake up feeling like you're inside a greenhouse. This tent's biggest appeal is its simplicity and reliability. Sure, it might not have the fancy features of the higher-end tents, but it gets the job done. And for campers who just want a place to sleep under the stars without spending a fortune, this is your go-to. Quick note, the floor is made of a tarp-like material, which makes it easy to clean but not as durable as other tents. So, for extra protection, consider getting a footprint to extend its lifespan. 5. The North Face Wawona 6 Tent. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about the North Face Wawona 6. This is not just a tent, it's more like a tiny home in the woods. With near vertical walls and a peak height over 6 feet, even the tallest campers can walk around inside without bending over. What really sets this tent apart is its massive vestibule, which doubles as a mudroom or even a mini dining area. Picture this: a rainy evening, but instead of huddling inside, you can sit in the vestibule with a table and chairs, enjoying the fresh air without getting wet. How awesome is that? Yes, it's pricier, but you get what you pay for: durable materials, plenty of ventilation, and easy setup. It's a favorite for family campers and anyone who wants to camp in style without compromising on comfort. The Wawona is also great for long-term camping trips, offering plenty of space to store gear, bikes, or even a portable kitchen setup. Now that's living the dream. Honorable mention: Eureka Copper Canyon LX6. Now, I couldn't let this list go without giving a nod to the Eureka Copper Canyon LX6. If you're looking for a spacious, budget-friendly family tent, this one's definitely worth a look. Standing tall with nearly vertical walls, it offers an impressive amount of headroom, so no more crouching or bending over inside your tent. It's perfect for those camping trips where comfort and space are a priority, especially when camping with the whole family. What really stands out about the Copper Canyon LX6 is its price point. While it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of some higher-end models, it delivers solid performance for a more affordable cost. The tent is easy to set up, with color-coded poles and a straightforward design, making it a great option for families who don't want the hassle of complicated assembly. The ample ventilation, along with its large windows, keeps things cool inside, even during warmer days, making it a comfortable shelter for your outdoor adventures. However, it's not without its limitations. While it's great for casual camping, the Copper Canyon isn't built for extreme weather conditions like high winds or heavy rain. But for most family camping trips in fair weather, it offers excellent value for money. In short, if you're after something large that doesn't break the bank, the Eureka Copper Canyon LX6 might just be the tent for you. So there you have it, 5 incredible tents for 2025 that will elevate your camping experience. Whether you're camping solo with your partner or bringing the whole family, one of these tents is bound to be the perfect fit for your next adventure. Remember, the right tent can make or break your outdoor experience, so choose wisely. I'll leave all the links in the description below so you can check them out in more detail. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. And hey, drop a comment with your favorite camping spot. I'd love to hear where you're headed next.